Hello? Hi, hi. I set up some new macros. I wonder if they worked. Do you guys hear me? Can y'all hear me? Is my voice coming through? Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Let's go! I have to thank Sam for that. It actually works. Lovely. We set up some new macros in OBS. So now my audio settings automatically change when I change scenes. So no more forgetting to unmute myself every single stream. No more muted Nobu. Yay! Now I just need to remember to actually, like, unmute my guests whenever I do have guests on stream. But otherwise, you know what? It's okay. We're making progress. I see that as a win. Let me just gotta move myself over the chat. There we go. Nice. Yay. Things work except for chat. Why is chat not working? What is... Hello? Lumi, hello. Why is chat not working? There's always something, man. I literally spent like 30 minutes before stream scuff. It's always scuff. It's unavoidable. We can't avoid the scuff. Is it truly a Nobu stream if something doesn't go wrong? Like, is it truly a Nobu stream? It's just, it's part of the program at this point. Come on, OBS. Please. You can do it. I believe in you. It's... Hold on, maybe I have the chat window over the chat. No, I don't. You know the best part about this? I literally tested it the other day and it worked perfectly fine. I don't know what's going on with my chat. Okay, well anyways. Ain't that something? Let me check something. Hold on real quick. We're gonna switch over to the other scene I got set up just to see if chat's working, because imagine things working. It's crazy. Chat's also invisible here. Why? Stream elements, you have literally one job. I swear, it has... I only use it for chat. It has one job. Well, technically 2. 3. It has 3 jobs. Okay, anyways. One, 2, 3 jobs make up my mind. No, I don't want to make up my mind. I'm perfectly happy with my mind unmade, okay? Seriously though, what's going on? Please. OBS. I beg of thee. Hey Z, hello! So many people here today. Hello everyone. How are you all doing tonight? The scuff is back with a vengeance. It really is. This is what I get for not streaming for like 4 days. 6 days? 6 days. This is what I get for not streaming for 6 days. And man, you know what? It's fine. It's fine. You know what? 2 can play that game, chat. We can survive without chat on stream on screen for one stream. I'm sure it's perfectly fine. Lets me move myself here. Whoosh. There we go. Now you can see the cool little schedule I made for everything that's gonna be happening throughout this whole 4-day event. Isn't that great? We don't need no chat. It's fine. Actually, you know what? I can probably do something pretty cool. I've never actually tried this. Let's see if this works. I'm curious. We're just gonna be chilling today anyway, so if there's a day to try this, today is that day. Ah! Okay, who threw that? Who threw the cookie? You know what? That's fine. Here. If I saw that, Nez. Oh, nice. Yeah, there you go. You see, we have chat floating in the background. Love that. You see, we can make things work. Kind of. Completely different software, but it works, so you know what? It's fine. Anyways, so I didn't really have anything specific set in mind today because I wanted today to be like a cool little like chill event. I thought it would be more fun that way. We're gonna pin Stream Elements message here up to the top of chat so that it's always there. And okay, so let's talk a little bit about why I'm even doing this in the first. Like, what are we doing on this great 4-day event? So we're gonna be raising. We're currently working towards raising money for Gamers Outreach. It's a cool charity that's their entire mission is to raise money in order to bring video games to kids in hospitals. I love it. It's great, and I'm super excited to be part of the event this year. And so that being said, we've got plenty of really fun incentives that I definitely have prepared next to me. Don't mind the sound of boxes opening. Ignore the ASMR noises. Anyways, so basically, yeah, that's the general gist of it. But don't mind me. Don't mind me. Everything is perfectly under control. So what Gamers Outreach does is they empower hospitalized families through video games. Basically, their goal is to raise money to buy these special contraptions called go-karts, which are basically mobile game consoles that can be carted around hospitals and shared between all the patients. It's really nice. And kind of, it's weirdly in a way personal because I wish my hospital had something like this when I was in there for my own issues. I've had to be in the hospital for like over a month once, and I can guarantee if I had a PS5 with me, it would have been a much more fun experience. So yeah, it's really nice. I really love the mission. And that's why we are here today. It is, it really is. I really do like it. Not only that, they also volunteer in hospitals and stuff like that to help out with said go-karts and stuff like that. It's really cool. So, hello there. Do definitely support them if you can. Ooh, I'm gonna try to pronounce your name. I apologize in advance for butchering it. ZJ Bird! Thank you for the follow. I really hope I didn't butcher it too much. ZJ Bird. So close, okay. I was a bit too much emphasis on the Z. Which, yeah, thank you for the follow. So, the plan for today's stream is mostly just chilling. We're gonna do some just chatting. Maybe I have a couple ideas for some fun tier lists since I was kind of inspired by my trip to McDonald's today. And so we're gonna do a little fun tier list with that. But throughout the next 4 days, we're gonna also be playing a very fun game by the name of Eternal Return. Not the McDonald's. Yes, the McDonald's. Cole, hi! Tomorrow we're gonna be playing Eternal Return with our very own Small Nez, who's currently here in chat. We're also gonna be joined by a good friend of mine, Aruchi. So yeah, do stay tuned for that. It's fun. It's very fun. It's basically what the game, for those of you who have never heard of it before, is basically what you get if you took League of Legends, but instead of a MOBA, you made it a battle royale. It's very fun. Speaking of fun, on Friday, I'm very excited for Friday stream. We got a very, very, very special VTuber themed tier list. We're gonna be visiting Honkai and looking over a bunch of different VTubers who sent in their models, and we're gonna be deciding what path they would be if they were a character in the game. Some more chaotic League of Legends, always. Basically, effectively, in a way, yeah. It's like a League of Legends, but like, you know, 1 second you're just chilling, farming, crafting materials, and then the next second you're being jumped by 3 people. Basically League of Legends, but everything is the jungle. There is no, there are no lanes, it's only jungle. I'm so excited for Friday stream, it's gonna be so much fun. I think currently we have somewhere around like 30 entries, which is cool. And lastly, on Saturday, I'm gonna be suffering on stream playing Getting Over It. But not only are we gonna be trying to get over it, I will have crowd control turned on for that stream, so you guys get to bully me in-game while I'm playing. It's gonna be great. Hopefully I don't rage quit again. Because last time was painful. Yay, bullying Nobu. Yay! Everyone wants to bully the fox. What did I do? What did I do? Hopefully crowd control works this time. Hopefully crowd control works this time. They were doing an update last time, so that's why it wasn't working. I hope they fixed it. We'll see. But yeah. Either way, it's a fun game. We're playing Getting Over It, regardless of whether or not it lets me actually set up the interactions. I'm gonna be suffering. I'm just a silly little guy. I'm just a schmoll, stinky fox VTuber. But yeah, so to keep the event going, we've got plenty of incentives set up in chat. So throughout the event, if you donate $2, I get a random candy. Could be something nice. You know, just random candy. Always nice. If you donate $5, I will teach you a phrase in either French or Italian. Could be whatever you want, you could tell me, as long as it's safe for work. At $10, I will place your name somewhere on my model. And I got some post-it notes, which I need to actually set up. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. And last but not least, no, sorry, not last but not least, at $15, you get to ban a word for 10 minutes. If I say that word at any point during those 10 minutes, I need to do 5 sit-ups or 5 push-ups. Yay. If you're small, what am I? Hazy, you're small, okay? I'm so sorry. Head pat. Fight me. Speaking of fighting me, at $20, I have to partake in Spicy Bean Boozled. A special twist on regular Bean Boozled. Last time I did regular Bean Boozled, during my last Donothon, and I quite literally wanted to, like, just cry. Some of those flavors were so bad. But additionally, I had a really small bag of Spicy Bean Boozled, and I found it really fun. So we're doubling down on that this time around. So it's there's no like weird flavor Bean Boozled, it's just the Spicy Bean Boozled. But I got more to make sure I don't run out. And basically, the spice range varies anywhere from cinnamon, which is rather pleasant and very, very chill, all the way over to Carolina Reaper pepper. Help me if I get that one. We've got a wide range of spiciness to go through. Oh no, oh yes. Have you seen the Pickle Sour Patch Straw Roulette game? Pickle Sour Patch? I have not seen that. That sounds interesting. In like a very painful kind of way. I've never heard of that, but Pickle Sour Patch? I gotta look this up. Hold on. Don't mind the keyboard ASMR. Oh my god, it's a thing. No way. Sour Punch Bites Pickle Roulette. Oh. Oh no. So like 1 second you're having... Oh. So 1 second you're having like sour green apple, life is good, and then the next second it's pickle flavored? Ugh. Like, I like pickles, but like, if I bite into something expecting green apple, and I get pickle, I'll be disappointed. Oh boy. That sounds fun though. I might have to try that one. Pickle's not so bad. It's significantly better than last time, when I almost gagged doing... it was... what was it? I think it was either... Oh yeah. So, it was really funny, because the highest reward Bean Boozled Jelly Bean, funny enough, had the greatest downfall. So there was one Bean Boozled, in particular, that really, really got me. I almost gagged. It was disgusting. It was... and it was so sad, because the reward was so enticing. Like, if I won the gacha pull, it was cappuccino flavored. And like, how can you go wrong with a cappuccino flavored jelly bean? You can't. It's coffee flavored. It's perfect by design. Unfortunately, I did not get the cappuccino flavored bean. Instead, I was treated to a lovely bean flavored with liver and onion. I have never been so disgusted in my life. Truly one of the most revolting things I've ever put in my mouth. It was so bad. Yeah, I literally retched on stream. It was so bad. Let me actually... Let me just know something. Am I... I'm not going crazy. Wait, hold on. We're supposed to have an overlay on top of this. So where is it? Why is it not working? What? Hold on. Yeah, no, it should be up and running. I have no idea why this... That's scuff. More scuff. I just noticed that it's not working. Great. Okay. Anyways. You know what's funny? I literally spent, like, an hour and a half last night, just double checking that everything was working properly, and it was. So I'm like, okay, cool. And I went to bed. It somehow broke again. I don't know. It's the scuff's fault. I blame the scuff. Look, if I can test it and it worked, and then I start streaming and it immediately breaks, it's not my fault. Okay. Man. It's okay, we'll get it fixed by tomorrow for sure. Did I miss the scuff? No, you're just in time, actually. We have plenty of scuff to go around. How's it going, Wanyi? Welcome in. Yeah, we're just reminiscing on Bean Boozled and Scuff. Good times. The joys of OBS, truly. It's truly the software of all time. You know, the worst part is, and I will shamelessly say this, it's the best software. Like, it's my favorite software so far. Like, for some reason, other softwares just haven't worked for me. OBS has always worked. It's worked. I'm not gonna say it's worked perfectly, because it has not. But it's worked. And that's a sizable change in quality. I think I'll never forget, like, the first week I started streaming. I had, like, such terrible audio quality issues. It was so bad. I'm surprised I even got viewers, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it was so bad. I think I was nearly muted the entire time. That's how low I sounded, despite the fact that all my volume settings were at maximum. And I don't know why. To this day, I don't know what was causing it. But like, without changing any settings, the second I switched over to OBS, it started working perfectly. Some things just can't be explained. OBS is one of the great it's the great mysteries of the universe. It truly is. We don't know how OBS works, we just know it works. When it pleases. It has a mind of its own. But yeah, so, okay. Something I was really excited about today. Let me see. Oh yes. Okay. So here's one of the highlights of my day, and it says a lot that this was the highlight of my day, but anyways. I had gone to McDonald's, which is really cool, right? It's like, whoa, I went to McDonald's for lunch. And up here in the Great White North, they're currently doing a promotion, and they brought back a bunch of like super retro sauces and like a bunch of other cool shit. So I was gonna get a burger because I was kind of craving a burger this morning, but then I found out about the sauces, and I'm like, no, we gotta try it. And so your boy got 14 chicken nuggets and 3 packets of sauce, and we went to town. But I wanted to try one of each just to give them a shot. And so we got what was it? We had like, they brought back like 3 really old school sauces. You had like a 10-piece and a 4-piece. Yep. It's such a specific number. Yeah, I like, they only give you 2 sauces with the 10-piece, and I wanted 3, and I didn't feel like, I felt like I couldn't divide 3 sauces among 10 chicken nuggets appropriately, so I got 14. It's such an oddly specific number, I know. My brain works in mysterious ways. It would have been so much more satisfying if I could have at least gotten, like, girl math. Honestly, me 90% of the time. I'm the kind of person who considers cash that's already been withdrawn free money because it's not in my bank account anymore. I am the girl math. Oh man. It's just, it's not my money, it's just extra money that I happen to have on me. It's like free, it's like bonus money. I can't go to McDonald's because it gives me a tummy ache. You see, here's the thing. Did it give me a tummy ache? Absolutely. Did I regret it? Maybe a little bit. But in the moment, boy was I one happy fox. I am baby girl. Okay. I don't think I can fight it anymore. But yeah, so let me, before I get sidetracked again on what I was, oh yes, so I got 3 sauces, one from the 80s, one from the 90s, and one from the early 2000s that they brought back. So your boy got, and they all sound really, really fancy, which is funny for McDonald's, but you got, what was it? It was, I think from the 2000s, it was like jalapeno and cheese sauce, which was probably the most meh one of the 3. Then you had the sauce from the 80s was garlic parmesan sauce, which, like, it's not something I would have ever expected to have at McDonald's, but hey, here we are. And of course, I couldn't not try the Szechuan sauce. Like, it's a meme. You have to. I had to try it. Not gonna lie, I get the hype. I understand the hype now. That was really good. It was a really, really yummy sauce. Like, the best way I could describe it, it was like a kind of like tangy and sweet soy sauce, like thick soy sauce. And like you had like solid chunks of garlic in it. And like there was probably chili because it was kind of spicy. Not like overbearingly so, but like just enough. It was really, really like a perfectly balanced sauce. I was actually quite impressed. Nah, if you happen to be anywhere above the border, I would recommend at least trying it. Like, they discontinued it in the 90s. When's it coming back? Right? You gotta at least try it once. All the sauces go hard. I know, they were all really good. I will say my favorite was definitely the Szechuan sauce. I understand the hype. I get why all the Rick and Morty memes are a thing. It's just, the sauce is just so good. But the garlic parmesan sauce was really solid. You didn't really taste too much of the parmesan. It was kind of there, but a bit. It was mostly garlic, but like, as someone who likes garlic, it was pretty good. Especially with the chicken nuggets that you get from McDonald's. It hit pretty good. Szechuan as a pepper? Yeah, but it's also a style of cuisine though. Like, there's Szechuan peppercorns, but like, Szechuan itself I think is like a style of cooking, if I remember correctly. Either way, very good. Highly recommend that sauce if you ever manage to get your hands on it. Whenever they bring it back elsewhere. Your autocorrect is becoming sentient. It's overtaking your phone. The phone takeover. It really is, it's so bad. But yeah, so that was really good. The most mid of the 3 sauces was definitely the cheddar jalapeno sauce. Don't get me wrong, it was really good. It's just if I had to pick it over the other two sauces, I wouldn't. Like, I would pick the other two sauces over that one. 100%. But it was really good though. More spicy than... It wasn't even that spicy, to be honest. Like, you tasted a lot of the jalapeno, but like none of the spice. Then again, that might just be me. Sounds kind of mid. It was good. Like, it was better than a lot of other basic, like, I'd rank it higher than like your basic condiments. Like, it's better than just dipping your nuggets in like ketchup, mayo, or like mustard. But definitely not like top tier. Like maybe solid A rank. I like to think so. I mean, I can eat bulldog without flinching, so that's a thing. And again, we'll see how tough I am after I get like a couple Carolina Reaper jelly beans up in here. That's true. That's true. I'm a spicy boy. I just really like spicy food. It was really good. Like, my spice tolerance is high enough that I can eat like most spicy peppers, and I'm able to pick up like the other flavors, like the other flavor nuances of the peppers. Like, I'm probably the only person who would ever say that like Carolina Reaper peppers are surprisingly sweet, because most people give up after like 5 seconds of dealing with the spice. But Carolina Reaper peppers are actually like, they have a nice aftertaste. The only problem is getting to that aftertaste because they hit hard. They are very spicy. I would not recommend most people to have them. To be fair, okay, I don't know what it is, but for some reason, like, bulldog noodles, perfectly fine. Bulldog dumplings, like, spice level cranked up to 11. I don't know what that was. Why were they 3 times as spicy as regular as the ramen when they were the same flavor? I don't know. But yeah, no. That was definitely one of the spicier things I've had. More condensed spice? I guess, yeah, that could be it. That might actually be it. Like, we did have the times, yeah, that's true. I had the ×2 noodles and that was fine, but the ×1 dumplings, like, almost ended me. Yeah, I would definitely take the, like, if you ever have to choose between bulldog dumplings and noodles, take the noodles. Like, I would even choose ×2 noodles over the dumplings. They are spicy. But yeah, so much good stuff with spicy food. Then again, I'm a little bit psychotic when it comes to spicy foods. I'm built different, I'll admit. Like, I swear, everyone I know looks at me like I'm insane when I do this. But like, if I walk into a store that offers spicy, sometimes just for fun, I'll be like, can I get like the spiciest you have? I don't do it all the time, because like, there is a point where even if you can eat the spicy food, it's no longer enjoyable. Like, you see, like, I could probably eat the medium hot pot, but I feel like I wouldn't enjoy it. Built different, like, incorrectly. Honestly, absolutely. I'm definitely missing a few screws. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I didn't come with a warranty, so it is what it is. I just gotta make do. There was no guarantee. Ah. Between the two of us, we make one normal human, I think. Honestly, yeah, probably. By the powers of my crow brain. What was I saying? Anyways, yeah. My point exactly. I swear, it's just gotta pass the brain cell around sometimes. Honestly, I like to refer to it as the communal brain cell, because it's never in one place at any given time. It just gets passed around. It's like a hot potato, but with the one brain cell. Oh my god, yes, exactly. Hazy, you read my mind. Exactly. But, yeah, clearly we're sharing the brain cell. We keep doing that. Honestly, it's so weird. The hot potato brain cell. Yay! Hot potato, hot potato, hot potato. But yeah, yeah, no, I have my moments. It's part of my it's part of my neurodivergent charm. Let's just put it that way. I'm a special being, okay? It's okay. I'm I'm unique. I'm everyone's favorite, easily distracted fox. Look, as long as I'm not put in a room with a bunch of mimics from, like, Dark Souls, we're fine. Because clearly, like, I mean, we all saw what happened when I encountered mimics in Dark Souls. I would not survive if those existed in real life. I'd see a chest and be like, ooh, shiny! Wow! And then, that's it, I'm getting eaten. The amount of times I've lost in Dark Souls, I was like, unalived in Dark Souls because I found something shiny and my crow brain just couldn't resist. I was like, wow, I need it. And through my own process of experimentation, I ended up, like, I don't know, like eating myself into lava or something. Look, it's a superpower, okay? My brain functions on two modes, okay? I have two very distinct modes of operation. So the first mode is crow brain. It's I'm just easily distracted. Forget about me getting anything done. I will just casually wander off, even in the middle of a conversation. I will forget where I am, 100%. But then other times, I will wake up and pull off like 40 hours of work in 4 hours, and like I just look back at it and I'm like, wow, that was really, really productive. Happens about like maybe once a month. Sometimes when my brain just decides, you know what, we're gonna be productive today, and then like I get like triple the amount of work. The two ADHD modes, honestly, like I wake up and like the decision has already been made for me. I do nothing and I do everything. What is today's hyper focus? Let's see. Is it going to be something productive like my stream, or is it going to be YouTube? Every time. I was about to say it, but I keep forgetting it. literally me all the time. When you're about to say something and you're like, is this
Hello there.
The Hex, hello! How's it going, Hex? Thank you for the follow. Sometimes you wake up with all the debuffs and sometimes you all the buffs. It really is, it's a coin toss every morning. But maybe that's why I'm so, like, in love with gacha games, because my life is a coin toss. Every morning is a coin toss, that's why I love gacha. I'm doing good, I'm doing good. Oh man, I'm so happy to be here. Like, this week has been so rough. Cookie! Nom! Like, work has been so brutal. Partly the reason why I didn't stream on Monday, because I was so, like, done after work. But, no, sorry, no, Monday I wasn't even working. I think Monday I was just busy studying for stream. Oh, yesterday I was supposed to do stuff. And I got home and I was like, well, I wasn't even supposed to go home. I was supposed to go out yesterday. That did not happen. I got out of work and I was like, yeah, no, not today. I'm going home and I'm taking a nap. It really was one of those days. Sometimes it just be like it is. Flip a coin, except sometimes it'll change its mind halfway through the day. Literally. Was it not just me? Was it just an off day in general? Maybe. Yeah, yesterday was weird. That was like, I was so all over the place yesterday. I would rather the coin flips on my side every single time. Honestly, like, if I can, like, maintain that, like, full 100% hyper-focused productivity every day, I would be so productive. I would have so much shit done. But it just doesn't work like that. Like, that's just not how it works. The worst part is I know it. Like, I think that's the worst part about it, is like, you know that, like, if you were that productive, you'd, like, it'd be amazing, but, like, it just doesn't happen. No, for me, it's just completely random. Like, it's literally a gacha pull. Some days I'm, like, hella productive, and other days, like, I can be, like, doing everything in my power to, like, try and stay focused on my tasks, and it just doesn't compute. Oh yeah. So, what did I... Oh yes, I did want to do a little fun test thing. Let me try and set this up, because I was running around a lot today, and I did not have as much time as I wanted to set this up, because... So, on the topic of scuff, I get home from work today, right? I have supper and everything. I'm like, okay, I'll have time to set up my stream and everything. No problem. I get to my computer. My phone wasn't charged, and that's a problem. Like, not my phone that I use for, like, myself, but, like, my spare old streaming phone that I use as a webcam, because it's like an older iPhone. I think it's like an iPhone 10. That's currently what I'm using as, like, my webcam, because it has really good tracking, but it's an iPhone 10, and so it's like it's kind of outdated in terms of everything else, but the tracking still works great. So since no one in my house uses it as, like, a phone, I just kind of have it on my desk as a webcam. Except today, the problem with using a phone as a webcam is it needs to be charged. It's not constantly plugged into your computer, right? It has its own battery. So I get home and I realize I completely forgot to charge it. The battery was at 0. It was completely dead. So I started scrambling around for a charger. Finally start charging it. It doesn't want to start. I'm panicking. I decide, you know what? Okay, it's fine. Maybe if I leave it for like 20 minutes, it'll be fine. And then I started setting everything else up. I swear, chaos. Absolute chaos. I am a chaotic being. No, wait. We need the full list. Come on. Do they not have the full list? Aw. Oh yeah, we can do that. Let's on the topic of fast food, since I was there, do we want to look at like weird fast food items from across the world? I'm kind of curious about this one. Let me, or like through time. Let's see. Let's cook a bit. Oh wait, I had the page. When he sleep, I guess. When isn't he zooming? Hazy. I like how you wrote when he sleeps. Bold of you to assume I sleep. Honestly, it takes me like an hour and a half to actually fall asleep. Like, I don't know if other people are like that, but like I'll go to bed and it's like, I don't know, my brain just keeps going for like an hour before like I actually finally register that I'm trying to sleep. It can't just be me. Oh yes, we love random advertisements on these websites. Man, can I just like block ads? Clearly you're not doing your job here, fam. And this is such a good website too. They have so many cool, like, that's my secret, Captain. I'm always tired. Honestly. It's like a friend. The fatigue is like a friend. It's just always there. It's always there for me. I'm always tired. It's okay. I sleep in on the weekends. That's probably fine. It's like 5 hours of sleep a day, and then I'll sleep like 12 hours on Sunday. That's fine. It's all good. No worries. My secret is that I'm always fatigued. Exactly. I feel like everyone here agrees. That's a vibe. To be fair, like the 3 or 4 cups of coffee I have a day probably don't help. Probably they probably don't help. You've been waking up at 6, 7 even on weekends? Oh no. Honestly, I wish I could do that. Sometimes I get mad at myself because it's like, I'll wake up at like 12 o'clock on Saturday and it's like, shit, I just wasted half my day. I could have done so much stuff in the morning. But like then I ended up sleeping. And like it kind of feels bad. Like, I don't know, I always feel guilty sleeping in. But I do it anyway. It's just I feel guilty afterwards. Okay, let's see. There's gotta be a functional website here that doesn't have weird sus advertisements. Not the sus ads. You know exactly what I'm talking about. I don't know, Google's weird sometimes. Like those like weird like ads about like mystical fruits that will like cure all of your ailments or something. This one fruit will help you ascend to the second plane of humanity. They're always so like outrageously out there. It's the funniest thing. Unless, can I drag the images? Hold on, let me try one thing. I can! Wait. Does this actually work? Hold on. Okay, I want to see if this works. Maybe that's why the overlay isn't working, because OBS has this really weird thing where if you're not, so you can't drag and drop stuff if you're running it in admin mode, which kills a lot of like the benefits of having OBS sometimes. But then also sometimes if you're not in admin mode, it breaks some things, and clearly, like as we see tonight. So I'm wondering though, will this work? No. If I copy the image and then paste it? Ah. No, it doesn't work. Okay. Sad. Oh, thank you for the posture check. You know, some of these actually look kind of wild though. Like looking through the menus of like the McDonald's menus of other countries. Like I know we have some unique menu items here in Canada, but like some of the shit you see in other countries is like, yo, can I have that? Okay, so browser sources seem to not be working just at all. So that is a problem. I feel like that means that... Oh, that means that my Honkai won't work either. Okay, that's fine. We make do. We just chill. We vibing. We're just chilling. It's okay. I would doodle, but I can't draw, so, you know, that's the thing. This won't work. No, there's no point in trying it the second time. Man. It really do be like that, I guess. OBS is torturing me. Please, OBS. Please function like you're supposed to. Oh. Candy. I don't know when donated, but I just felt like having some. Just chatting stream. Let's go. Yeah. OBS is actually like the worst part is I know what the solution to the problem is, right? But I can't fix the problem because the way you fix the problem with the way you fix this bug with OBS is you just have to restart OBS. But like I don't want to restart OBS because we're like already streaming and that'll end the stream. So that's a problem. I have a problem whenever I use Blender, I get easily distracted and start doing something else. Oh, you do Blender? That's sick. I have a friend who's trying to learn it. It's so beyond me. I'm like, I've always been more of an editor. I like video editing and stuff like that. I've always wanted to get into drawing, but I've never had the time to go into that, or animation or stuff like that. It's always it's so impressive to see though. I'm always wowed by like the stuff people can come up with when it comes to animations and stuff. But I mean, Blender isn't just animation though, right? It's also like 3D modeling effectively in general. But yeah, you can do a lot with that. It's really cool. I can imagine though. I have that problem with video editing. Sometimes I'll be editing a video and like, I don't know. It's just like the spark has to be there. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you're just not feeling it. And like, so you know you have to get like a video edited or something, but like it's just like the vibe isn't there. But I do love editing though. Editing is fun. I need to get back into it. I've been so busy the past couple months outside of streams and work. I haven't had a chance to actually do any short form content for a while. I need to get back into that. But yeah, I used to do a bunch of stuff. Oh man, it's actually funny. Back in was it when I was in high school? I think I traumatized one of my teachers with one of the videos we had to make. So I love video editing, like film editing and stuff like that. I'm not the biggest when it comes to art. Like I can't really draw, but ask me to write like a movie. Like I love writing and special effects and stuff like that. And I think I went. We had to do two film projects while I was in school, and I think I went over the top completely with both of them. Like the first one, this is probably the funniest, one of the funnier ones. I heard a rumor at the beginning of the year that our teacher was going to make us do a film project. And so I wrote out the 16-page script for a short film. Off a rumor. I didn't even know if the project was like a real thing. I had no evidence that we were even doing a movie project in the first place that year. But I went ahead and wrote a 16-page film script. I'm telling you, the power of hyperfixation, okay? Like, when I'm able to get into the zone, the random shit I end up doing. But yeah, it ended up being really fun. We made like a horror movie. It was cool. But that one was actually for a film class, so it was kind of like whatever. Yeah, so in another teacher also made us do a film project, and that one, that teacher, I think I traumatized him because so when we were making the film, I asked if we could do an action movie, and he's like, he looked at us like hesitantly, And he's like, sure, just don't go like too overboard. And I looked him dead in the eye and I said, okay, sir. I went overboard. I went very overboard. I spent like 8 hours editing CGI special effects into that film. It was the funniest shit. Like, the second the movie started playing, I think like the first scene was so just not safe. But like was so like against every term and condition he gave us. His mouth kind of dropped. And the worst part is though, it was such a good project. He like, I think it was the most like begrudging like 100% he's ever given to any student ever. To the point where Nobu's teacher, it's not fine. It really wasn't. He was so like, you could see on his face he was like, what did I let these kids do? It was like an action movie about like criminals and stuff like that. It was crazy. It was really funny. But yeah, and so like I CGI'd like, there was like a whole gunfight scene and everything. It was really cool, and I did all the CG for it. It was really, really cool. But he was so mad. Like, and the worst part is, we hit everything on the rubric, so he couldn't not like give us 100% because we literally aced it. But like, he's like, I hate it's so bad. It was the funniest thing. The funniest thing about that story though is years later, when my younger brother goes to school and he ended up going to the same school as I did, he ends up getting the same teacher I had. And lo and behold, the teacher decides the teacher was still doing that video project when my younger brother went to school. Yeah, so he had the same project that I did. But he came home and I was like, I want to see the rubric, I'm curious. And so I took the rubric and like it's all the same shit that like I had when I did the project. But then at the bottom there was like a big disclaimer, and everything he said you're not allowed to do is exactly what we did. And I'm like, I looked my brother in the eyes and I'm like, you see that disclaimer at the bottom? That's entirely my fault. That was me. That was me. I mean, he was a good student. Like the teacher didn't have anything against my brother, but like it was just really funny. I'm literally the reason. I am quite literally the reason that teacher had to put a disclaimer on his video project. It was my fault. It was the funniest thing. I laughed. I roared when I found out. Oh man. So yeah, anyways, I traumatized my teacher with an action movie that I technically wasn't allowed to make, but you know what? He technically gave me permission. His only two conditions, see, like I kind of worked off a loophole, right? Cuz his only two conditions were don't go overboard, which arguably I did, but like I mean also not really. And the other condition was, as long as the good guys win, you gotta make absolutely sure that like you're not promoting the bad guys. Like the good guys have to win. I was like, okay, that's fair. In my defense, I followed the second rule. The not going overboard part, that was debatable. At least the good guys won. Alright, that's that. Well, most of the good guys won. I killed off one of them. But it's so much fun though. Like, I love writing. I say I need to get back into it, but I never really stopped writing. I just changed my writing style because I went from writing films and like short stories in my free time for fun to doing D&D stuff, which is technically still writing. Just, I guess the mentality of writing for D&D is different, right? Because in a regular story, you have your main character, you have your plot, and you're basically just saying, well, what is the main character doing to succeed at this plot, right? Or fail if it's a, you know, a villain story where the villain wins. But in D&D, it's kind of like writing a 100-page, like a 1,000-page novel with all of your friends, except you have no control over the main characters. So you're trying to write a story, but the main characters are doing whatever the hell they want in the story as you're writing it. And you just gotta continuously keep going and keep up with whatever shenanigans they're doing. It leads to some rather interesting stories, I will say. I have quite the repertoire of very intriguing D&D characters who have done very intriguing things throughout my campaigns. I need to get back into making like tabletop content. It was fun. I haven't done it in a while though. But first, next week I'm probably going to continue my go into Elden Ring. I was debating if I should completely start from scratch or if I should just work on the DLC. I figured the DLC is newer stuff, and I kind of want to get into Dark Souls 2, since we just finished the first one. So I'm probably just gonna do the DLC for Elden Ring. So we're gonna start there, since I beat the base game anyways. So there's no point in starting a fresh save when I'm already ready to start the DLC in the first place. I finished Dark Souls 1. I finished the first one, yes. It was quite great because I only learned how to parry in like the last hour of stream. So like, I think the entire playthrough of Dark Souls ended up spanning something like 35 hours of gameplay, and I only learned that you could parry 34 hours into my 35-hour playthrough of the game. So that's cool. I'm smart, clearly. You know, you would think that like, and it's really funny because like, it's not like I didn't try to parry in the game. I was just pressing the wrong button. So like, I would perfectly time my blocks and still get hit. And it's like, I thought I parried that. And eventually I just kind of stopped because I realized there's no point. It's not working. There was a point. I was just doing it wrong. I was just doing it wrong the entire time. This is why we read tutorials, Nobu. I don't want to... Look, you see, here's the thing. I play Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't read. Yu-Gi-Oh! Players don't read. Okay? This extends too far beyond Yu-Gi-Oh! It just is what it is. I can barely read the card effect on the opponent who's playing across the table from me. You think I'm gonna read the tutorial in the video game? This is why I struggle so much in games. I'm too stubborn to acknowledge the fact that tutorials exist. No tutorials, only suffer. Exactly. Speaking of, I'm probably gonna suffer in that DLC, because oh boy. I've heard stories. I've been actively avoiding most spoilers, but I only ever like I keep seeing the one clip of like one boss's attack, the one with like 2 swords, and like she does like that moon attack or something where like it just engulfs the entire arena. I'm excited for that, and by excited I mean absolutely terrified, because I think I might actually have a contender to Ornstein and Smough. Currently, Ornstein and Smough hold the record for hardest boss fight I've had to do in the game. I think they beat me 34 times if I remember correctly, or something like that, before I beat them. I think the only other boss that ever came close to that in the Souls-like was Morgott. It took me something like, I think somewhere between 25 and 30 tries to beat Morgott. In my first playthrough of Elden Rings. I might avoid spoilers for the sake of experience myself. Yeah, exactly. I've been really trying to avoid anything that has to do with spoilers. Ah! Cookie. All the cookies. I've been avoiding all the spoilers. It's just like that one attack keeps popping up in my YouTube recommendation, and I'm like, well, okay, I know that's a thing. That's terrifying. I'm gonna have fun with that. But that's about all I know about the DLC. So I'm going in pretty much 99% blind. So it's gonna be great. Even live streams? That's fair. Speaking of though, I do wonder, like, I was debating a few builds for what to, like, how to approach the DLC, and I wonder what everyone kind of thinks. I'm just gonna have pretty much most of the people that are always here. I'm gonna probably do another good luck being blind. Imagine, okay, blindfolded run of Dark Souls, imagine? No, that would not last. That would be terrible. I don't think I'd be able to pull that one off. I'm not that good of a gamer. I need to get like, there's get good, and then there's get good. Blindfolded fists only. Honestly, I kind of want to like go like attempt the like melee build for Elden Ring, but I'm not sure if I want to do that. I'm floating a few ideas. I don't know if I'm gonna do that, if I'm gonna do a strength build. Maybe I'll do a mage build instead and go as play as a wizard for the DLC. That could be fun too. I'm not sure. They all seem like fun and valid options. I'm probably gonna do it like a poll on Twitter at some point to gauge like what people would want to see. I'm definitely thinking though that like a wizard run would be cool, because I've never done a magic build in Dark Souls before. I've always done like pure physical, or if I've done magic, it's been like a cleric. So like I'll wield like, you know, like big sword and then like magic in the other hand. But I've never done full build, like full magic build. I just work here, don't ask me. Magic? Okay, I might actually consider it then. It does seem like a fun way to play Dark Souls. Like, I've never really done mage builds, even in D&D and stuff like that. I've never had the chance to really play as a mage. I always play like frontline or like melee DPS. The only ever time I've remotely like embraced the mage playstyle was when I used to play Star Wars: The Old Republic back in the day. Still a great game. Probably my favorite MMO of all time, just for the story alone. And of course, I had to play as a Sith Inquisitor. Like, you can't, like, here's the thing. If you're gonna give me a game about Star Wars and tell me here's a class that can do Force Lightning, and then here's 7 other classes to choose from. I'm not listening to those other 7 classes. I'm sold at Force Lightning. Like, you don't need to talk to me about the 7 other classes. You've never watched Star Wars? That's fair, that's fair. I definitely recommend it though. It's definitely a great movie. I wasn't a fan of the newer movies. That's a whole other can of worms, but I just didn't like the story writing. I felt like it was a lot weaker than the original, like the story writing of the original films. But just in general, I've always loved Star Wars is great. Don't tell me that you know. No, what? No, I'm curious. Well, no, there was 8 classes. The Sith Inquisitor, and then there was 7 other classes. I do know they recently reworked the class system in the game. I haven't played it since then, so I can't really say too much on that. Do you know the Muffin Man? The Muffin Man? The Muffin Man! Who lives on Drury Lane? Yes, I know the Muffin Man. I know SWTOR. Man, I love SWTOR. Star Wars: The Old Republic is actually like my favorite. I loved it so much. I used to actually run a guild in the game. I was actually like super high up. I ran one of the bigger guilds in the game. I was like probably in like the top 5 of the leadership. It was really fun back then. Unfortunately, the group kind of broke up and the guild kind of disbanded, which is a bit unfortunate, but it was really those were some good times. I had a lot of fun back then. It's been a few years though since I played. Just to play SWTOR with your stepdad? Aww. But yeah, it was like, it's one of those games where like, obviously it's a bit dated, right? The gameplay's okay. Can I take a wolf in a fight? My dog is small, but he likes to think he's a wolf. Does that count? Like, I mean, I could probably take him. He can't be intimidating even when he's trying to be intimidating, so like... It's really funny. My dog has this funny thing. He's like... He's a Maltese. But he's small. He only reaches up to like my knee. He's very tiny. He's adorable though. And it's really funny, because despite how small he is... He likes to think that he's like a guard dog. So he just kind of envisions himself as like 10 times the size that he is. And it's really funny because like he'll start barking at like other dogs and stuff on the street, and it's like he's like so loud. But then you look at him and you're like, aw. He just can't be. It's so sad because he tries so hard to be intimidating, but he can't because he's too cute. Wolves are cool though. I do have like a relative. I was really young when I went to do it. So like it's an incredibly vague memory, but I do remember doing it at least once. I remember I went like further up north, and I had gone like wolf sledding, you know, like the wolf drawn sleds. Those were cool. That was cool. But I was young. I couldn't have been more than like maybe 6. No, not even. But I do remember doing that at least once in my life. I know at the very least an experience it's an experience I had. I just don't remember any details about it, except that it was north, because of course it was. There's more snow there. And dog is recently a year old. Aww. My dog is very cute and fluffy, but I want a pet wolf so badly. Wolves are cool. I don't blame you. I'd want a fox, like, but like also I don't, because like the general consensus with foxes is that they're basically cats trapped in dog bodies. So they act like cats, but they're dogs. And you basically have a fox. And they're all chaotic. So like I wouldn't be able to handle them. Like they're cute and I'd love to have one, but also like I know that I would be completely demolished by them. I have always wanted a pet snake though. I love snakes. Snakes are cool. Foxes pee on everything. You see, we can add that to the list of reasons why I don't actually want a fox, but like low-key want a fox. It's like, I want a fox, but here's 1,000 reasons why I don't want a fox. But yeah, I can't wait to bring the snake back. I need to work more on like fixing up my eventual custom model. I have all the inspiration and bits and bobs I want. Now it's just a matter of actually putting it together. So hopefully that comes together at some point this year. Because that would be really, really cool. But who knows? One day I'll bring the snake back. It's still an intrinsic part of the character. I loved my old snake. Custom Nobu? Hey yo. It's gonna happen eventually. I just need to like actually reasonably save money and like, you know, work towards that goal. We're gonna get there though. The first step is me actually coming up with a design, and to be fair, that's probably the hardest step. Because figuring, like, the way I see it, if I'm gonna spend a shit ton of money on a model, I want it to be perfect. I want it to be exactly what I want it to be. Because models aren't cheap, right? So like, if you are gonna spend that kind of money, it's best to get to get it exactly how you want it. And so you're already perfect. Aw. Thank you. But yeah, I'm excited to cook with that. I've got some ideas. I was originally floating on going back to like the original like antique princely look, but I think I might take that and modernize it to something more cyberpunk. I don't know, we'll see. I think it'd be a cool twist. But I have to cook. I have some ideas floating in my head. I just need to like contrast and compare and like see with like maybe some close friends and stuff and like get feedback. I'm excited though to cook with that. Maybe at some point this year I'll come out with something. Maybe. Yeah, I'm kind of sad though. I wanted to do a bit of Honkai today, just to chill out and also work towards finishing the story so I can do the new simulated universe stuff. That's not gonna happen because OBS is being doo-doo. So rip to that idea. That being said, maybe there's gotta be something I could figure out here. Honkai Story? Yeah, there was the new update, the 2.3 update. I haven't had a chance to play it because I wanted to play it on stream. But OBS is not working today, so that's unfortunately, I don't think I can actually boot it up and stream it. You've never played Honkai? It's... If you're gonna play a MiHoYo game, a Hoyoverse game, it's up there on the ones I would recommend. I happen to really enjoy Honkai. At least, I like it a lot more than I liked Genshin. To this day, I think my only, like, disappointment with Honkai is that if only Honkai had Genshin's combat system, I think it would probably be my favorite game. Like, I would play the shit out of that 24/7. But unfortunately, it doesn't, so it kind of gets a little bit tiring because I just get bored after a while of playing turn-based games. Unless it's really, really heavy on strategy and forces me to think. But yeah, so did I finish the 2.3 story? I didn't even start it yet. I wanted to start it today, and that's not happening. I like turn-based when it's done well. Exactly, and I mean, to be fair, Honkai does do it well, but like, I don't know, I get tired after a while of it. Like, I need to take a break, if that makes sense. It gets too repetitive. Hatomi, hi! Welcome in! Thank you for the cookies. But yeah, I get a little bit tired after a while, just because I find it a bit repetitive if you keep playing it for like hours on end. But the story content and stuff is more than enough to make up for it. I really liked the prologue, I really liked the first arc of the story, I mostly liked the second arc of the story, and the third arc of the story is probably one of my favorite storylines to come out this year. We do. I need to figure something out. I need to find, like, something. But yeah, how's it going? Yeah. Currently, my big hyper fixation right now, though, is currently Eternal Return. Just because, so Eternal Return does something similar to League, I think. I don't know if League does this still, but like, you used to get like, or maybe they do it, but it's random. Usually, I think when you pass a certain milestone, like a certain rank in League, at the end of that ranked season, you get like a reward. Usually it's like a skin or something like that. I think for League it's random. I don't know. I don't really play ranked League. Which is funny, because I've been playing League of Legends for 3 years. And I've barely touched ranked. Like, I've played maybe 30 ranked games or so in like almost 3 years that I've been playing League. No, it's been more than 3 years now. How long has it been since I started playing League of Legends? I started in 2018. Then at the time, none of my friends were playing it. So I stopped playing it for about a year, and then all of my friends turned around and were like, yo, you playing League of Legends? And then that was it. I don't think I stopped playing it since. Minus a couple breaks here and there. Boy has it been a wild ride. But anyways, Oh yeah, it's been about 4 years. Sorry, yeah, because a little bit over 4 years, because I really started playing League of Legends closer to the end of Season 9, and we're Season 14 now. So yeah, it's been almost 4 years, almost 5 years that I've been playing League. And I've almost never touched rank. I don't know, ranked has never really appealed to me. But I started playing Eternal Return recently. And again, like I said, it's like League but a battle royale. Very fun. It's free on Steam. I recommend you give it a try if you like MOBAs or like that League playstyle. It's a cool like twist on the original formula that is League of Legends. And yeah, they're releasing, they usually every year, like every season, they do like a special skin specifically for that ranked season for one of the characters. And this season it happens to be one of the characters I play. And it's a really nice skin. Probably that character's best skin. So now I'm like, I need to play this game now. So I've been basically hyper fixated on Eternal Return for like the better part of the last like 3 weeks, trying to grind ranked. Finally, I managed to get my friend to a high enough level to play ranked after 2 weeks, and now we're just we've spent like the last week grinding ranked together, along with whatever poor random is unfortunate enough to be with us on our team. And it's been quite fun. I managed to like climb my way halfway through bronze, so we're halfway there. We're halfway to gold, which is fun. Yeah, so it'll be fun to play that and like teach some new players tomorrow how to play the game. Also, I kind of had to switch over to that game because League has been doing this really interesting glitch to me. So, I had an issue with League a while back and I had to uninstall it. But for whatever reason, I think when I uninstalled League, it didn't actually uninstall League. And what I mean by that is the only thing that actually got deleted was the executable files. But all the other files for the game, all 21 gigabytes of like extra files and folders, were still on my computer. And so every time I'd go to open League, it wouldn't open because none of the executable files were there. And if I tried to run it in admin mode, it would explode my computer and almost crash the entire thing. So eventually, after 2 weeks of trying different things, you know, starting my computer, reopening my computer, using the Hextech fixer, I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna uninstall the game and reinstall the game. I almost blue screened. I tried to uninstall the game. The first time I tried to uninstall the game, it nearly crashed my PC. And the second time, and every subsequent time after that, just nothing would happen. I would like hit uninstall, and like it would load for like a couple seconds, and then just stop. And so I literally had League of Legends stuck on my desktop. I couldn't delete it, and I couldn't open it. It was just there on my desktop staring at me. And so finally, this was so roundabout. I had to go and download like a third-party uninstaller program. And then with that, I was able to... Basically, it was able to locate all of the junk files, which again, there were 21 gigabytes of junk files left over from the original uninstallation process. And then I had to manually delete them. And only then was I finally able to reinstall League of Legends and get it working again. Like, the most roundabout solution to a problem I've like ever. You really need a factory reset. Honestly, I think I just need to delete League of Legends off my computer, but I mean, it's too late for that. I already reinstalled it. I had a chance. I was almost free. The game was officially uninstalled from my computer, and what did I do? I hit reinstall. What a fool. What a fool I am. I was almost free from the League of Legends, but no, it pulled me right back in. It's like the Thanos meme. Where did that lead you? Back to me. But admittedly, in the time it took me to reinstall League, I've been getting really hooked on Nintendo Return, so I don't think I'm gonna really stop playing Nintendo Return. But I might play League from time to time with friends. League is mid on the way a game is. So my opinion for League, League is one of those games where it's a purely competitive game. There is no there's so much story to League of Legends, but none of it is actually associated with the game. It's just world building and lore for the characters in the game. But the game has nothing to do with anything regarding the lore. It used to, and then they retconned it. So now the game is just a game with a story that's completely separate from the game itself. That being said, the true joy in League of Legends, okay? Here's the thing. League of Legends kind of has is kind of in the same vein as Dark Souls. And hear me out on this, right? You see, Dark Souls is and like just the From Software games in general are widely regarded as the hardest games in history, right? Like they are some of the hardest video games ever made. And a lot of people have like just struggled to play them to the point where most of the solution to most problems in all the From Software games is just get good, right? And there's something special about that, I find, because when the game really doesn't hand you anything, and so you constantly keep getting like bodied by the bosses. You're thrown left to right, center. Just, a boss takes 30 attempts, and just the absolute like frustration that causes. But then that glorious moment when all the pieces fit together like clockwork, and you finally defeat a boss in Dark Souls. There's like, it's the rush of dopamine that you feel. It's like, it's such a it's such a special kind of satisfaction when you finally manage to beat like a boss like that like you had to learn their attack patterns, you had to figure out what they're doing, and then finally it all comes together and you beat the boss. In a weird kind of way, League kind of has a similar like end goal, right? Because if you look at the base gameplay loop for League, it's super simple. It's just 2 teams of 5 players destroy each other's base. That's the TLDR for League. That's the entire game in a nutshell. But, and like, there's something to be said about those moments when you're on like a 4-game losing streak. You're like on your last nerve, you're tilted, you're frustrated, your top laner's inting and is going like 0-7. And then all of a sudden, you pop off, or like if you're playing support, you feed your ADC and they start popping off. And you come through and you win that game. It feels so good. Like there's so much satisfaction to be had when you finally win in League of Legends. It's where the whole meme of, just a one more game comes from. Cause like when you keep losing, but then it's like you're fighting for that satisfaction of just one win. And when you finally get that win and you've earned it, it just feels so good. Anyways, that's my TED talk on why League of Legends is a good game. Now, here's 101 reasons why it's a terrible game. Number 1, the community. I'm joking. Mostly. There is quite a lot of toxicity in League of Legends, which is unfortunately one of the shortcomings of the game. I feel like the game would be so much better if people in the game just weren't as toxic. And it's something I've come to appreciate playing a smaller MOBA like Eternal Return, right? Because Eternal Return's a much smaller game. It's a smaller company in Korea that runs the game, and like, it's not as big of a game. It has like maybe 3,000 concurrent players at a time, which is a lot, but when you compare it to League of Legends, it's really not. Number 2, it will crash as you get into a lobby, then ban you for a game evading. That's happened to me before. That's so frustrating when it does happen. I blame the League client. 14 years, baby. They've had 14 years to fix the League client and they haven't done it yet. They'll figure it out eventually. But yeah, like, when you're playing a much smaller game with a much smaller community, like Eternal Return, for example, like, players kind of want to retain you, right? Like, in League of Legends, there's so many people that like start playing League and then drop it. The turnover is so high that like a lot of people don't care about being toxic. They just want to win, right? But when you play a game with a smaller community that's a lot more tightly knit, I find there's a lot less toxicity because people want to like, and the logic is there. If it's a smaller game, you want to get people to play your game, right? You need more people to be in your game so you can keep playing that game you enjoy. So, one thing that I've noticed with Eternal Return that I've never seen in the 5 years I've been playing League of Legends is, like, I could be playing a ranked game, and sometimes you're just having a bad game, or whatever it is, right? And people on your team will actively try and help you, whether they're using pings or they're actually typing in voice chat. But like, if people realize you're kind of new, like, they will do what they can to like help you figure your shit out and like get from place to place. Now, obviously, if you're jumping into ranked and you don't even know how to build your character in the first place, there's a difference there. Like, you need to have the basic fundamentals, I think, to jump into ranked in the first place. But like, the community is actually really, really helpful, but it's also really small. So, like, I've had multiple instances where, like, you play one game, right? Then you play 2-3 other games, and then all of a sudden on your 4th game, you're seeing people from that first game again. Just because there's not that many people playing the game. So it starts recycling players back into the same lobbies. To be fair, the lobbies are also bigger. In League of Legends, it's 5v5. In Eternal Return, you have 8 teams of 3. So there's significantly more players per lobby in Eternal Return, to be fair. But it is nice. It is nice to actually have people like try and help you figure shit out. Like, I was playing with my friend the other day, and he's a lot newer at the game than I am. And so I think one of the randoms you were playing with noticed he was new, and like, once the second he, like, at first he was kind of flaming us, and then the second he realized that no, like, my friend is just new, he doesn't know entirely what he's doing, like, he started actively trying to help us, and like, he would ping where to go, and he was just doing his, like, doing as much as he could to like help my friend figure shit out. And we actually ended up getting 2nd place in that game, which is cool. We didn't win, but you know what? We came damn close, which was nice. It was pretty fun. It was. It still is. It's changed a lot though. They've added a lot to the game. We should play it again sometimes. I'm trying to get more people into the game. It needs a bigger community. It's such a hidden gem. It's so underrated for a MOBA. Like, I'm not even sponsored to say it. I just love the game so much. It's such a fun game. Like, sometimes it feels weird just gushing over a game on stream. It's like, you don't want to like sound like you're sponsored, but like genuinely, I just find it's a really nice game. It's fun. It is on Steam, yes. You download it through Steam. It doesn't have its own launcher like League does, which is also nice. And yeah, and it's really nice because there's different characters suited for everyone's playstyles. Like, you've got your tanks, you've got your ADCs, you've got your supports, you know, your mages, your assassins. So you can really do whatever you want, but it's also really unique, right? Because in League, you have your 3 lanes in the jungle, right? So you got top, you got mid, you've got bot, and then you have the jungle where your jungler roams around and tries to get ganks. But the way Eternal plays, it's kind of like a League of Legends game, but like if it were a free-for-all, wherever the goal isn't to destroy a base of some kind, it's just to wipe everyone else. The only goal of the game is to be the last one standing. And there are no lanes, it's just everything is the jungle, right? There's no lanes, you're roaming around the map that's basically an abandoned city. Me, always the evasion tank. There's quite a few of those in that game. Some of them are really annoying to try and fight, not gonna lie. But it's a great game. I've been having a blast with it. I do highly recommend it to anyone who's looking for like, who likes MOBAs but wants something a bit different. But yeah, like, I mean, I've basically been forced to be rather versatile because, again, I play with a friend who's rather newer, a lot newer at the game. So, and they, well, while they're getting more and more experience at this game, they've also never played a MOBA before, unlike me. So, I have experience from League of Legends coming into this game, which helps me with stuff like macro. You know, looking at the mini-map and figuring out what's going on in the game. League kind of prepares you for that, because you have to do that a lot in League, or else you're gonna get caught out quite a bit. But it's been fun though. Like, you get to play different things. The supports are cool. The assassins are also pretty cool. Don't get me started on the mages. They're all really unique. My 2 favorite mages are one girl who just shoots lasers, and another girl who paints. She uses a giant paintbrush as a lethal weapon. There is also one character there's also one tank in the game, where her weapon is quite literally just a giant hamburger on a fork. A very big, comically large fork with a burger. That is the weapon. And it's great because their whole gimmick is, as you're fighting people, she drops burgers onto the floor and you can pick them up and they heal you. It's really funny. My throat is giving out. I need more water. Okay. Refreshing. Let's see. Okay, there we go. Perfect. So yeah, there's a lot going on. I'm really excited for Friday's stream. I can't wait for that. We've got a bunch of cool entries, and I've been seeing a couple of them as we've been going, and they're pretty cool, and I'm really excited. I can't wait to like see where we're gonna place everyone, what class we're gonna give them. It's gonna be fun. I'm also gonna probably have a unique set for that stream, so do stay tuned. I need to work on that after stream tonight. Actually, I'm gonna put together a unique overlay just for that one. It's gonna be really cool. Let's see, what else haven't I brought up? It's so funny when you ever have like an endless stream of thoughts, and then all of a sudden you hit like a brick wall, and it's like, no thoughts, head empty. Me right now, for real. I hit a brick wall. Oh no. It happens all too many times. Sometimes it's... There's some days where it's really bad. Like I'm pretty good. I'm able to string together multiple coherent thoughts, which is nice. There are some days where it's like, I'm gonna be working on... Like, I'm at work and I'm working on something, and then like I run into a world block. It's like, I need to ask a question about this. Okay, I need to ask this question. So I get up, I walk over to my boss's desk, I open my mouth, and I forgot the question. So I'm just standing there in front of my boss, and they're looking at me like, okay, what do you need? And it's like, I honestly forgot what I needed from you. Hold on, give me 5 minutes, I'll be back. The amount of times it happens to me, it's so embarrassing, but it happens all the time. And the struggle of like maintaining multiple brain cells while at work is real. I did have what was it? Yeah, so anyways, what was it? Oh yes. Oh my god, wait. What is going on with my brain right now? Wow, I have completely lost my train of thought. Fox brain thinking. Ah. Okay. I think I will admit, my throat is starting to get a bit parched. I think we might start to wrap it up here, just because I don't think I've done a pure just chatting stream this long in a while, and I think my throat is starting to actually kind of hurt. So I think what we're gonna do, I think we're gonna raid out to the next person, and don't forget, this is gonna be a 4-day event. This is only day 1. Was it scuffed? Absolutely. We love the scuff here. We live, breathe, eat scuff. So the plan is, once again, tomorrow we're gonna be doing some Eternal Return. It's gonna be a collab stream with Small Nez. Can't wait. And Aruchi Uzuki. Can't wait for that. Do stay tuned for that. It's gonna be great. Friday is gonna be our big VTuber tier list. Stay tuned for that. I can't wait for that. That's gonna be so much fun. And on Friday, we're gonna end things off with some good old-fashioned rage games. Maybe I'll do League of Legends before that, because what better way to go into getting over it than already being tilted because of League? But we'll see. Until then, I'll see you all tomorrow at 7 PM. And yeah. Let's see, who can we go raid to? Let's filter by the hashtag, see if anyone is streaming the event currently. We've got hashtag VTuber SummerSlam 2024. Hold on. Wait. Maybe if I search it here? Maybe I'll find someone this way. Ooh, okay. Yeah, let's do this. We're gonna be raiding a fellow member of Team Sunny. Stay tuned, and I will see you all tomorrow. Let me just get this going. Get the channel. Hey, that's not what I copied. Excuse you. Thank you. Okay. There we go. Okay, we are loading up the raid now. Thank you everyone for stopping by to my incredibly scuffed stream. I'll try and fix the overlays for tomorrow. I think I know what the issue was. So hopefully everything should be working perfectly fine tomorrow. Cause, yeah, OBS go berry, I guess. But until then, have a great evening. I will see you tomorrow at 7 PM. Good night!